Ilara, link with the core.
Direct connection has been established.
Commander Kael stood in the observation deck of the Meridian, watching the void of space stretch endlessly before him. The ship felt different lately, emptier, colder. He'd been running solo for 3 months, ever since the crew departed for the research station on Kepler 442b. Then the distress beacon lit up. It wasn't from any human colony. The frequency was alien, ancient, haunting, unmistakably lethal. Every instinct screamed to ignore it. The Confederation had issued warnings. Any ship responding to unidentified signals was on its own. But Kael had never been good at following orders. The escape pod was pristine despite the debris field surrounding it. When he cut through the seal, a figure tumbled out, humanoid but utterly other. Skin the color of lightning-struck ice. Hair white as starlight. And across her face, patterns of living electricity traced like veins of pure energy, pulsing with intelligence and power. She gasped awake, eyes snapping open. They were bronze, ancient bronze like civilizations that had turned to dust. Where? Her voice was fractured, haunting. Where is my armor? Kael's hand went instinctively to his sidearm. Easy. You're safe. You were in an escape pod. Your ship, there's nothing left out there. She sat up slowly, examining her hands as if seeing them for the first time. The tattoo-like markings on her skin pulsed brighter. A nervous response, he realized. Fear. An alien, and she was afraid. I'm Commander Kael Marek, he said carefully. This is the Meridian, a human vessel. What's your name? She looked at him then, truly looked. The bronze eyes softened, but something deeper shifted behind them. Recognition. Understanding. Sera'vix, she said quietly. And you should kill me. What? I'm a Valorian. The Queen's personal executioner. 12 star systems have fallen to my command. I've ended civilizations for sport. Her voice cracked. I've destroyed everything I've touched. Kael slowly lowered his weapon. Then why are you running? The question hung in the recycled air between them. Sera'vix turned away, her fingers tracing the cold metal of the wall. Because, she whispered, for the first time in my 500-year existence, I chose mercy. I let someone live. The Queen found out. She ordered my execution. My entire order turned on me. My sisters, my soldiers, everyone I'd ever known. The glowing patterns on her skin dimmed to a mournful blue. I barely escaped. Kael sat down across from her, the metal bench groaning under his weight. That one act of mercy, did it change you? What? You said you've destroyed everything. But you saved someone instead. That doesn't sound like destruction. That sounds like the opposite. Sera'vix looked at him with an expression he couldn't quite read. Wonder maybe. Or the ghost of hope. You don't understand what you're saying, she said. If the Confederation discovers you're harboring me, they'll glass your ship with you inside it. My civilization, the Valorian Empire, we own 3 sectors of this galaxy. They don't negotiate with us. They surrender or they burn. Then we go dark, Kael said simply. We disappear into the deep void. Rogue ships do it all the time. Why would you do that? You don't know me. Kael stood and extended his hand. Because everyone deserves a second chance. Because mercy isn't weakness. It takes more strength than cruelty ever will. And because I think, he paused, meeting those ancient bronze eyes, that you're not the most dangerous woman in the galaxy anymore. She stared at his hand for a long moment. The markings across her skin pulsed, and this time they were golden, warm. They blazed across her forehead like a crown of light. The Queen has a bounty, Sera'vix said, taking his hand. Half the galaxy will hunt us. Then we'd better make sure we're harder to catch than we look. Over the following weeks, Kael learned fragments of Sera'vix's truth. She had spent centuries following orders, becoming the instrument of a tyrant, believing herself incapable of change. But one day, a young Valorian scientist had begged for her life. Not out of defiance, but with such genuine hope for redemption, such belief in a better future, that something fractured inside Sera'vix's iron will. She let her go. The Queen called it treason. As they prepared to jump to a hidden sector, Sera'vix stood beside him at the helm, watching the stars shift and realign. I was bred for destruction, she said. Every cell in my body was engineered for violence. I killed for 5 centuries without hesitation. And I'm still afraid. Afraid I'll regress, afraid I'll hurt you, afraid I'll prove them right. Kael placed a hand on her shoulder. The skin was warm, the light under its surface steady and sure. Being afraid of your own potential. That's exactly what makes you different now. The old Sera'vix wouldn't have hesitated to destroy that scientist. The new Sera'vix couldn't live with herself if she did. That's growth. That's humanity. And that's worth more than any title or empire. The Meridian jumped to hyperspace, leaving the known galaxy behind. Sera'vix watched the stars stretch into ribbons of light and realized something she'd never experienced before. Oh, she wasn't the most dangerous woman in the galaxy anymore. She was something far more powerful, free. And as she looked at Kael, this human with his simple morality and his stubborn conviction that people could change, she understood why the Queen's order had failed. You can't execute someone who's already been reborn.